Hello guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel Ultimate Knife Search. Today we are taking a look at my gentleman knife, the Buck Mini Spitfire. So that's an awesome knife. This has been my gentleman knife for many years, and let's take a closer look on it. Yes, here you see this Buck Mini Spitfire. It has some wear down because it has been in my pants for for many years. I chose this knife for many years ago to be my gentleman knife because it is light and it easy to carry, and often I don't use my pocket clip there. It sits pretty okay in the pants. It sits a little bit high, but it sits pretty in the pants, but it is so small that it fits very good in my pocket without using the clips, or if you wear a shirt or something, you can have it in your pocket also. And I think it has a pretty solid, it's a normal lock back, and you can hear the click, guys. So it's a pretty solid knife, and you can of course open it with one hand, and I think this is a very beautiful knife. You can get them in different colors and something like that. So, but it's a cheap knife, $40, maybe 45 some places, and I think it look awesome. And let's take see if you can take some specs here, if you can see the whole length of the blade. It is 16 centimeters, and the blade length is 7 centimeters, and the cutting edge is a little bit shorter, maybe 6 centimeters. So this is a small knife, and the thing I love the most with it, and that's also why it has, what can you say, been my carry for many years. This is a solid lock back for this small knife here. It has a really solid lock back. So that's something I really appreciate. And this is an anodized aluminum handle, so you have no worries about wear out or something. But you can see, try to get some focus there, you can see I have some marks there, but this knife is, I can't remember, 5, 6, 7 years old. So so for, what could say, for the beating, this has been an awesome knife. I normally not wear it at the house every day because this is too small for me. But when we go out and we have to go to dinner or the theater or movies and something, but you have to be a little bit more dressed up, and also here in Christmas, this knife here has opened many Christmas gifts. So I will say this is an awesome knife. You can carry, and there's something more when you are what can I say, on a good party or something, and you need a knife for something to open a package or what else. Or this is a pretty knife to open, I think. So that's why it's my gentleman knife, because I think this, when you take it out, is a pretty knife. That's not a knife who draw too much attention, and I like that when we are going for something like a little bit pretty party or something. I don't want a big knife to draw some big attention. So that's awesome. And we can, to compare, this is the best tech operator, so you can see the size different there. And now if you know a little bit more, this is the AD10 Lite version, so you can see it is a small knife, and another Buck knife here from the Combat series. this buck knife here is one I carry almost every day because it's so light. So I have it around my house here, and it's only 100 grams. So that's also why this is not the strongest knife in the whole world. So yes, let's see how this buck knife fit in hands. Yes, as you can see, the knife for my hand, I can make it disappear in my hand because it's not so big, and the open mechanism is, I'll say, for big hands, guys, this hole here is a little bit so. If I can say, if you like to play with your knife all the time, this is not perfect. Example, you can compare them to a Spyderco. This is not so easy to close, and this knife I have tried to loosen this up a little bit, but I always have to use two hands to close it because the retention is very tight. So, but that's do nothing for me because this is not the knife I play with. This is a knife I take out when I have to use it. So, but you can see when you hold it here, my little finger is not useful, but I have a very good grip on it, and this is perfect if you want to cut something or just to hold it. And I'll say, guy, the things that I love the most on this knife here, you can't defend yourself with this knife because I really like when I hold it in the reverse grip here. I really have some good control over it, and I can still hit with my hand, and I have this little sharp blade here. So I think this is an awesome defense weapon, and it's a slicey, guys. It can cut. It has a nice hollow grind there. So, but it fits pretty okay in the hand. No matter how you turn the knife, and it is easy to maneuver. So that's something that is awesome. So yes. Let's see if you can do anything with this knife here. This Spitfire Mini here is of course not a beater knife like this SR1 here. So if you want to go to the forest and a hiking trip, or go to the camp, or just go out in the forest and beat a little bit, this is not the knife you should take with you. You can do some fine tasks with it, but if you want to have something you can trust your life on, this is the way to go with the SR1. So yes, let's put this away. This knife I use mostly for something like this to cut, what can I say, some boxes up and use it for that kind of thing. So, or it can cut. This is a hollow grind here. It cuts pretty okay. This the cardboard here is wet, so don't know if you just push it instead of cut it. I think it does, but let's see if yes, yeah, you can of course cut with this knife here. So let's try to see if, like the strap here, if you're in a situation where you need to cut something like this, you can of course cut something like this, and this is sharp, and you have a good hold on it. For this small knife here, for me, and I have monster hands, guys, I really have a good hold on this. Let's try to cut this way, and you can also cut it. So that's awesome. And some medium thick nylon rope there. Let's see if you cannot make a push cut with this knife here. I don't think. Oh, this is too small, but you can go through it like this. So it's cut pretty okay. And again, as I mentioned before, it has a very tight lock back. Not like the triad lock, but for a lock back, it is pretty tight. So I feel comfortable when I use this knife here. And if we had to go in the woods, so of course you can. There are little choils there. I hate choils, but for this gentleman knife here, this mean nothing to me. So, but you can of course make feather sticks with this little knife here pretty easily, because it is a slicey little one. And you can of course prep some small woods like this, and you can also make this pointy and make it a small spear or something. So you can of course use a knife for this task here, but this is not made for this. So, but you can of course do it. I will say this knife here I mostly use for not even rope or something like that. And if I had to show before I open some boxes here, and you can see it has a pretty okay cutting blade there, no doubt about it. So that's awesome. That's an awesome little knife, and for the price, guys. And I would say for me that things that talked to me the most, it was the shape of it, and because it's light, and I think it looks pretty. And when I have to go out, as I mentioned before, to be a little bit nice and go to dinner or something, I really like to have the. I always have a knife with me. Of course, not when I'm going into out for a swim, but if I have a swim in the ocean, I can take a knife with me. But almost I have a knife with me all the time. So, but this is my gentleman knife, and this is I think this is 4020 stainless steel. So you have no problem with rust or anything like this, and it is hold up a blade pretty good for this kind of task here. So that's no problem at all. But this is mostly because I know when I'm out, I am using my blade for anything, and when I'm out to dinner or the theater or something, you don't know where you need to use a knife. So it's pretty okay to have something with you, and this buck spitfire here do a pretty awesome job. So yes, for that this was a short video, guys, but I have had this knife here with me many times in the videos. So but I have never shown it, maybe one time or something. So I will show this knife now, and this is one of my gentleman knife, but I always almost take this with me every time, because I am so used to it. And when this knife here break or disappear or something, I will definitely buy one more of them, because this is this knife here has, and somehow I really love it. Not because it's a giant beater or something, but you can defend yourself with it, and I think this is pretty when you take it out at your pocket and show off, and you can do many things with this little knife here, and it's solid. It has a good solid lock back, so that's awesome. Yes, that was this for this time here, guys. I only have one thing more to say. Don't go hiking. Go hiking!